and welcome back to another edition of MLB Classic Interviews with the coach, Michael E. Mayden, Coach's Corner, as we take you behind the scenes one-on-one with the MLB stars of the game. And we got a show lined up for you today. But before we go forward with today's show, I want to share with you a very special event coming up on June 27th. June 27th, the coach will be hosting a team reunion for my players from the past 5 decades as we go come together and celebrate the good times that we had together on the road. Oh, we going back, we go have a good time. And guess what? The program is sold out. I got a full house for the coaches team reunion. And we're going to bring you plenty of highlights as we go reminisce about old times. We go talk about the times when the bus broke down on the highway, when we hit a deer coming home from Chillicothe, Ohio, when the tire came off the bus on our way to La Crosse, Wisconsin. We're going to talk about our trip to Canada, our trip to the Dominican Republic, our trip to Hawaii, our trip to Canada, our trip to Puerto Rico. We're going to reminisce about some good old days on the road. So you be ready. You be ready for those highlights. You'll find out that a team is a family.
This is Greg Lee, a.k.a. Tutu, for everybody know me from back in the day. Went to St. Martin de Porres from 92 to 96. I met Mayden at a workout through a word of a friend. And I came out to right by CVS. And when I first got there, I was like, oh, okay. Man, I was still young, and I brought granddad with me also. Got to do my workout. Like, oh, I like this. Learned a whole lot. And then my experience was actually a very good learning process. As far as learn how to steal bases, learn how to take up out the box. So that's why I chose to go with Mayden, because he taught a whole lot. What had me be successful in my future as far as playing college baseball. So I played for Mayden in 1997. I was able to play in Puerto Rico, Kansas City, Battle Creek, Michigan, Florida with the AAU tournament. Most memorable one is always going to be the Puerto Rico trip. Always. I've been to Pittsburgh. I've been to Kansas City. I've been pretty much all everywhere. It was nothing but playing for Coach Mayden and his team. It was nothing but love.
And now we got to get back to this show. Now, I done told y'all about the coach team reunion coming up as we go honor 5 decades of coaches, ball players. Well, that's going to be a reunion to remember. A lot of laughter's going to take place. A lot of memories going to be shared. But the coach going to share it all with you on future shows. In the meanwhile, we got to get back to today's show as we got an all-star lineup for you. And all of those you in Cubs Nation that thought about the coach, forgot about you guys, I got you. I got you today as the coach been making his rounds with Chicago Cubs. And we go lead off the show with Craig Counsell. So we got a star-studded lineup for you today. And remember, June 27th is sold out. All the seats are taken. All the tickets are sold, but the coach go bring you the highlights of Coach Mayden team reunion. In the meanwhile, here's the show. Leading off with the manager of the Chicago Cubs himself, Craig Counsell.
Introduce you to the MLB stars of the game, and I got the man here, CC, Craig Counsell, manager for the Chicago Cubs. How we doing?
I'm doing great today. How are you?
I'm great.
Good.
Now, we want to introduce Chicago to you, or introduce you to Chicago, I should say. Not only are you a big league manager, you're a former big league player. What was that experience like for you?
Well, it's the best job in the world, and feel very lucky to have been part of, the game at the highest level for a long time. But just more so, just feel, blessed to have been able just to work in baseball in a game for my entire life, and so, you feel grateful for that for sure.
So what were some of your highlights as a player?
Well, certainly, I think being on 2 World Series teams is absolutely the highlight. Those are strong memories, and I think it's a big challenge, and it's really hard to do, and the fact that you can do it 1 or 2 times is pretty special. And then I think just being part of a team, that's one of the best parts about doing this is you get to be part of a team, you get to be a teammate, and that is a really fun thing, and it's a unique thing in life to get to be a teammate for this long.
So did you get the ring?
I got two of them.
You got two rings?
Got two of them. Yeah.
I don't see you wearing the rings.
I've never worn. I wore the rings the first time I got a ring from the Marlins. I wore it for a little bit, and it was just brought too much attention. I didn't need the attention.
When I was scouting, we hang around you get around other scouts, and the ones that had World Series rings, they wear their rings, and it would stand out. Now you're supposed to be out there showing the ring off that.
Yeah. I mean, to each his own. To each his own. I understand it. But I've seen that in the scouting world for sure. But I like to fly under the radar a little bit.
So how is it that you get two rings, and some guys, stars of the game, never get that quest in the game?
Yeah, I mean, I've been in this for 30 years, so I got 2 in 30 years. So that's not some incredible statistic, but two as a player, I got 2 the first 4 years I was playing, and I thought it was going to be easy, and it's been 25 years since the last one.
30 years in the game. I thought you was only 13.
Well, that's a good thing. When you get a little older, you want that compliment. Thank you.
So how do you make that transition from a player over to being a manager? I mean, is the player always in you?
The player's always in you. I mean, I was fortunate. I was 41 when I retired from Major League Baseball, or I wasn't good enough anymore. You take your pick. And so probably the last couple of years, I was thinking about. I was kind of a coach anyway already to a lot of the players. I mean, I could have been the dad of some of the players when you're 41 years old. So I was thinking about it already, and then I did some other things in the game, but I love the dugout. I love the action. I love the adrenaline. I love the winning and losing every day, and it's fun, man, and you can't get enough of it.
And baseball has its historic moments and its history-making moments, but I mean, managing the Chicago Cubs. In reality, the Cubs, the Yankees, Dodgers are America's team. I mean, what is it like to be a part of a historic organization like this?
Yeah, I mean, you get reminded of it every day, and it's really from when you go on the road, the fans, you see the Cubs, the number of Cubs fans that show up for a road game. And then when you go to Wrigley, man, like it's just, it's an experience. It really is, and it is a place where you can fall in love with baseball. Mm-hmm. You need to be at Wrigley one day in your life. I actually wasn't there that much before I played, even though I grew up in Milwaukee, close by. But it's just a magical place, and every day it's a special day when you're at Wrigley.
And I was there when the Cubs won the World Series in Cleveland, and I remember when we came back and they had the parade. I mean, I couldn't believe it myself. Yeah. How many fans were out there on the streets? I mean, do you realize how much of an icon you would become in Chicago to give us another World Series?
Yeah, it's funny. I drove down here today, and usually from Wrigley you take Lakeshore Drive to get here, but there was a lot of traffic, so I went through the city a little bit more, and you realize what a great place this is, and how big it is, and how many, there's Cubs fans the whole way down here. You're seeing people wearing Cubs hats. So it's important to people. It's meaningful, and the Cubs are special, and it's really Wrigley Field that makes it special. Mm-hmm. But the Cubs are a special organization for sure. Crosstown
series. I mean, and again, I coach high school, college ball, and I know the routine is just another game. But I mean, emotionally, especially the crowds cheering like they was last night and like they will at Wrigley, I know it brings a special energy to not only the players but the managers.
Yeah, I mean, we all want juice for the games, man. You want vibe, you want juice, and this game is going to offer it, and I think that gives players something a little extra. There's no question about it. And we're thankful for it. It's in a weird way, it's easier playing in front of that crowd than a smaller crowd. You might think the opposite, but it's just easier because it gets you locked in and motivated and things like that. So we're thankful for it, and it's fun, and it's great for the fans. And when you can sit next to, whether it be a mom and a dad or a buddy that rooting for the opposite team, and you're sitting together wearing different jerseys. That's pretty cool.
Now, you got a historic history in this game. Who were some of the players that mentored you along the way?
Yeah, I mean, I think, so many. I mean, everybody you run across, I always think, like, you should take something from everybody and get something from everybody. So, some of the managers in the game, Pat Murphy, the Milwaukee Brewers manager, was my college coach. So he had a huge impact on me. My dad played professional baseball. My mom was a farmer in northern Wisconsin, so she her work ethic is definitely in me. Walt Weiss, who manages the Atlanta Braves, was a big influence on me as a young professional player. And then later in my career, ran across I always think of Prince Fielder, and I was older at the time and he was young, and learning just somebody like a future star kind of coming into the game and what he's going through, and trying to help him navigate that in a way that that I could be the best kind of service to him was a lot of fun for me. So even though I might have felt like the mentor, I thought he was mentoring me in a lot of ways.
Last question. Now, I always ask the player when it's first time on my show, what was it like when they got that call to the big leagues, walked in the locker room for the very first time and saw the uniform hang up? I'm going to flip the script on you. What was it like when you got that first managing job and you walked into that office and realized, I'm the head honcho now?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, mine was a little different because most managers get hired in the off season and you got kind of 4 months to prepare for it. I was hired on a Saturday afternoon, and Monday was the first game. So, you really you rely on your instincts at that point, and you just try to be yourself and do what you think is right. Simple as that. And that's what you still try to do. You got to be yourself. You can't trick people into that. It's who you are. The one thing that this job exposes is it's you. You got to talk to people too much. You got to talk to media. You got to talk to players. You better be yourself, and you better be honest with them, because if you're not, it just don't last.
Did you cry when you got your job?
No.
Come on, man. You look like a crier.
No, I'm not a crier. I'm not a crier. I wish I was a crier, to be honest with you.
Coach on the road with the man, CC, Craig Counsell. Appreciate it.
Appreciate
Thanks a lot.
Well, that was Craig Counsell, manager of Chicago Cubs. And for Cubs Nation, today's show is Cubs Day. Next up in the lineup is Matty Matt, my main man, Matt Shaw, Chicago Cubs.
I got the man here, Matty Matt. Matt Shaw, how we doing?
Good, how you doing?
All right, well, you're in another season with the rookie season behind you. I mean, what has this season meant to you as far as maturity?
Yeah, I mean, last year, worked through a lot of struggles, kind of ups and downs. This year, I have a much better understanding of myself, my swing, the routines, the environment, stuff like that. And then, now kind of in like a utility role, kind of got to figure out new routines and new things. So, I'd say still kind of in the learning process.
So, man, again, each year brings about a little more confidence, and you know what to expect. You know your way around the locker room and on the plane and all that good stuff.
Yeah. I mean, that part of it is very true. Just feeling confident in myself and, being here and in the team and being comfortable in those different environments, like you said, very true. And now it's just trying to get that same confidence in a very new role again this year.
So what is the team atmosphere, the chemistry like on the team this year?
I mean, we got an amazing team, so, everybody's ready to go every day. Everyone's fired up. Having 2 10-game win streaks is crazy, just a thing. And we're only, a month and a half, almost 2 months in. So, the boys we're ready to roll every day.
So we're over here for day 1 of the Cubs Sox series. I mean, y'all go play it down and say it's just another game. I was a coach of the Major League Scout. I know the big games y'all get up for.
Yeah, I mean, it's always exciting to play the White Sox. I think, the fans and the atmosphere here, they're getting pretty chippy in the crowd. You can feel like the atmosphere and kind of the rivalry, like just from the stadium wise. And then for us, I mean, yeah, like most people say, it's just another game because we're approaching it and we're getting ready just like we do every single day. We do it 162 times, but you can feel like the difference in the environment and atmosphere for sure.
And speaking about the environment, the atmosphere, the fans, regularly feeling the Cubs, that's a whole different experience by itself being a member of the Chicago Cubs.
Yeah, I mean, Wrigley's the best. I mean, the fans, great baseball fans. They know when to cheer. They know when to stand. Like, they don't need to be told from the Jumbotron when they should be clapping or whatever. So, honestly, it's one of the best fan bases in baseball, if not the best. Even just from traveling around, our fans are standing up, cheering Go Cubs, like in Atlanta and Texas and pretty much everywhere we go. So it's pretty cool.
And you're part of that 780 elite club. 780 ball players in the major leagues this season. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly a great honor to be a part of this team and a part of the major leagues, and something that I definitely don't take for granted and something I appreciate greatly. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely an honor for sure, and something I enjoy every day.
You were number 6. How did you wind up with number 6?
Well, I was 6 in college, and then just kept it, from college into now. It's my birthday's on the 6th. My brother wore number 6 when he played ball back in the day, and so it's just one of those numbers where, I wore it, I loved it, and now I just kept with it.
So you're just the man. You get to wear your number.
I mean, I lucked out that way, yeah.
See, I'm not a drinker, but if I was a drinker, I'd tell you I'd bring you a 6-pack. Coach with the man, Matt.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Good to see you.
All right, thanks a lot.
Of course.
And a reminder, the coach will be hosting his team reunion on June 27th. It's sold out. I would invite you to come out, but it's sold out. So since my team reunion is sold out, I'm going to let you enjoy this interview with BB, Ben Brown, and the coach, one-on-one.
With the MLB stars of the game, and I got my main man here, BB.
How we doing, Coach? Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
So how's things going for you?
Hey, can't complain. It's God is good. Weather's great in Chicago right now. Cubbies are playing well. There's a lot of great things going on.
Well, it's been a couple of years since I had you on Coach Show. Now you done beefed up, got bigger
beefed
and
up.
everything.
I'm growing up a little bit, Coach.
Yeah,
come on, eating good.
Yeah, I see. You gonna catch up with Coach after a while.
Oh, here we go.
So, man, what has this season been like differently from you? I mean, each year you got mature and learn the game. So what has it done differently for you?
Yeah, I've grown up a lot. I'm having a lot more resilience in the way I'm going about things. Failure and success don't define me. I'm not riding the highs and lows as much, and just staying to what I believe in and trust, and going out there and doing it.
So what about the mental stress of the game?
Yeah, there's tons of it. There's tons of it, man. I wake up stressed, but yeah, you gotta understand. You gotta be present where we are. That's something that we've talked about a lot this year. Just being present in our current location and where we are, and just staying where our feet are. And I've been doing a better job of that. You're gonna have stressors. You're gonna have stuff going on with family, or gonna have stuff going on off the field, on the field. There's always gonna be something, but just staying composed and making sure when your name is called, you're ready to go for the team.
So what does this major league season do to a major league body?
Major league body? November's a time for relaxing, you know what I mean? No, you can stay on top of it. You stay in the weight room, you keep up your nutrition, you'll be in a good spot.
So it look like you've been doing pretty good there. I mean, you done beefed up there.
I've been eating, Coach. My wife's a good cook, too. It's dangerous.
And you ain't invited Coach over for dinner yet.
Yeah, well, we'll get that going, Coach.
Okay, we got him on tape. I'm going to hold him to it. So, I mean, playing for these Chicago Cubs. I mean, as I tell everybody, Cubs, Yankees, Dodgers, realistically, are America's team.
Yep. Yeah, no, we're a good team. I don't think we haven't played a lot of games anywhere that there hasn't been a full stadium. People want to come see the Cubs play. Wrigley Field's been popping. It's been a lot of fun to be around. The fans have been loving it. Players have been playing some really good baseball, and you see a series like the Crosstown series with Chicago last night. I mean, it's packed. A lot of energy, a lot of high expectations. It's been good.
So do you guys feed off that energy?
You know what? I think we do, but at the same time, I think we have such a mature group. We kind of just take it how it is. We're used to a big moment and just go out there and play our game.
And, again, having coached college and high school baseball and done a summer travel team circuit, I know on our bus rides or our van rides in our case, a lot of trash talking among the team. I mean, how much trash talking do you guys do among yourselves?
There's some trash talking. I mean, we're all a band of brothers, though. There's not not really any bad eggs, you know. We're just a bunch of good friends, and we spend a lot of time together, and we love each other, and we all got each other's backs. But yeah, there's some trash talking.
Yeah, I know there's some trash talking.
There's always
How much
some
of a trash talker are you?
Me? I don't know. I think sneaky a little bit more than you would think, you know?
I can see that.
Yeah, maybe under the radar trash talker.
Yeah, and you know, again, the guys, you're around each other, they understand you see more each other than you do your family.
Yeah, I know. I'm around these guys a lot. a lot. It's good to, it's almost like you live two different lives. You got your clubhouse life, and then get home, and I go home and be a good husband, and be a good son, be a good brother.
So what is it like when you're walking down the street, especially around Wrigley, or trying to get from the parking lot to the ballpark, and you got fans screaming and hollering, "B, B"?
Yeah. This year, I'm throwing the ball well. People are a little bit nicer, and it's been good though. That everyone's, it's always good to see someone walking down the road, give you a little fist bump or something, and send you on your way. There's a lot of kind people living in Chicago.
Have you got to the point now where you can't walk down the street and people
don't
ask you for your autographs?
Give and take. Yeah, it'll be all right.
So last question. Chicago, what's your thoughts about this city?
It's probably the best city in America. It's got to be, right? I love Chicago. I love how safe I feel in the area we're at. The food's great. Right now, you can see the weather is perfect. This is why people, bear the winters here, just to get to experience the summer. And now it's an exciting place to be.
Coach, with my man, Big B.
Appreciate you, Coach.
All right, appreciate it.
Yeah, great to see you.
All
man.
right, thanks a lot. Same here.
Well, a short but sweet show today. All things must come to an end, and I got my man PCA to wrap up the show. The coach and PCA one-on-one.
And then you come up here and you find out that you make that crossover to the big leagues. You get your opportunity, and then you become a professional ball player. And you become one of the premier stars of the game right now. What's your thoughts on it? Don't be modest with coach.
Man, I got no choice. I got no choice. I got no choice to be humble about it. I'd rather people look at me that way than me look at me that way. I think I do a good job of recognizing what I need to do better. I do a good job of attacking that in my work. And, I look at people like Mike Trout and Aaron Judge as stars because of the consistency. And, they got a much bigger body of work than I do. So, if you wanna ask me about that one 10 years from now, absolutely. Hopefully I am there as a star caliber player, but I'm just blessed to be on this specific team that just works so well together with each other. So I'd rather be on the best team in baseball than be regarded as one of the better players for sure.
And then, the game itself. You come in your first year, your second year, and it's all about adjustments. With each year, I assume your game, you got more comfortable, you got more know what to expect.
Absolutely. That's how it goes. Kind of what I was talking about, and knowing what I need to work on. Like, year one, it was very obvious, but it's so cool, kind of learning how guys are going to attack you, and just being very diligent and paying some serious attention to your at bats, using all the failure that you go through up here as fuel to your push forward. And, you've seen it. Like, I think I've gotten better each year, and then now we're full year 3, and we're struggling again, and it's always something new. So but again, I'm struggling on a first place team, and we're doing just fine. So being up in the show, it's a lucky thing, and I'm fortunate to be able to struggle up here for sure.
I've seen guys come and go, and most guys don't realize the average life of a major league is 2 to 3 years. You just signed an extension for a 6-year contract. That means the Cubs got a lot of confidence in you and your future.
They absolutely do. They made that real clear to me.
real easy people to deal with when going through those kind of talks. And yeah, I mean, we got great people up in the front office that that I think put their players first for the most part. And like I said, they were just easy and gracious and very easy to trust through this process. And it's a very big vote of confidence being able to get extended. So, being able to look over there and be like, oh, well, they value me and want me here the same way they want Nico Horner here. And if I could be in the same conversation as that guy, then that's pretty cool.
So when you think about the longevity in the game, being there, I mean, you're modest, I know you're humble, but you made the All-Star team last year. 6 years, you got time to work on MVP with that title. And I was there when the Cubs won the World Series in Cleveland. You got 6 years, you got at least 2 to 3 World Series championships.
Come on, man. I don't know. I don't want to get too ahead of myself and pull a Jaylen Brown, but yeah, that's why we're all here. I think guys that we brought in this off season, people that came back, people that want to stay and be here, we all have the World Series on our minds. So, that's what's going to drive us nuts each year is going and shooting for that goal. And that's why we step out on the field every day, is because that's the highest achievement in this game, and that's what you get excited for each day when you're playing game 50 in the regular season. So yeah, I got 6 years and hopefully more to go win a few of those things.
Let me see that ring thing. Okay,
it's empty.
Okay.
We got some space.
Last question. Now, I told you I did a summer team, and my guys on the bus rides, they were rose for it. I told you with that middle name of yours, you would get rose. Now I gotta talk about you. You're the littlest guy on the field, and you got the longest name on the back of your uniform.
Telling me.
You just can't get PCA on your uniform.
You gotta take that up top, man. I don't know. I haven't even asked before, but yeah, man, I gotta get a bigger back.
Yeah, you gotta get something.
I gotta get a bigger back.
Coach with my man, PCA.
Thanks as always.
All
Good
right,
to
thanks
see
a
you.
lot.
Once again, June 27th, the Coaches Team Reunion, launching an awards program, bringing together 5 decades of ball players that have played for Coach Mayden throughout the years, from 1980 to 2020. Peace out as we close this show out with a tribute for one of Coach Mayden's ball players.
What's going on, man? You look good. Hey, man, look, like I said, you pop, man, and I can't do nothing but it. But I got to honor that, you know what I mean? My name is Toriano Clinton. I'm from the south side of Chicago. I went to Chicago Vocational High School, known as CVS. Actually, I'm currently a Chicago police officer of 19 years with the Chicago Police Department. I met Coach Mayden. It had to be my freshman year of high school, so that had to be around 1991. Oh, man, my experience for being a part of Coach Mayden's program, it was truly amazing. And I'll always, to this day, talk about my experience playing baseball under Coach Mayden's program. It taught me so much. It showed me so many different things, took me down so many different avenues, things that I wasn't ordinarily maybe privy to. That experience playing baseball for those years gave me those opportunities.